An excerpt of the traditional Haudenosaunee Thanksgiving greeting. Today we have gathered, and we see that the cycles of life continue. We have been given the duty to live in balance and harmony with each other and all living things. So now we bring our minds together as one as we give greetings and thanks to each other as people. Now our minds are one. We are all thankful to our mother, the earth, for she gives us all that we need for life. She supports our feet as we walk about upon her. It gives us joy that she continues to care for us as she has from the beginning of time. To our mother, we send greetings and thanks. Now our minds are one.
Good morning, Loyola. We are gathered as a community to mark the commencement of the week of truth and reconciliation. The purpose of this week is to remember the historical injustices done to the Indigenous peoples of Canada by the Government of Canada with the support of religious organizations, including the Catholic Church, and all Canadians who stood by as injustices occurred. It is a week to understand that many injustices reverberate into the present and continue today. We walk these truths to lead us on a path towards reconciliation that will revitalize the relationships among Indigenous peoples and all Canadians. Aujourd'hui, nous réfléchissons solennellement au passé, au présent et à l'avenir de nos relations avec les communautés autochtones. Et nous mettons nos drapeaux en berne, en solidarité avec elles. Alors que nous continuons de pleurer la confirmation, plus tôt cette année, de l'existence de nombreuses tombes anonymes d'enfants autochtones.
At this time, it is appropriate to acknowledge that Loyola High School is located on unceded Indigenous lands. The Ganyehaga Nation is recognized as the custodians of the lands and waters on which we gather today. Jodage, Montreal is historically known as a gathering place for many First Nations. Today, it is a home to a diverse population of Indigenous and other peoples. We respect the continued connections with the past, present, and future in our ongoing relationships with Indigenous and other peoples within the Montreal community. We strive to continue to listen and learn on the path towards truth and reconciliation.
The following is a traditional Black Elk blessing. Grandfather, Great Spirit, once more behold me on earth, and lean to hear my feeble voice. You live first, and you are older than all need, older than all prayer. All things belong to you, the two-legged, the four-legged, the wings of the air, and all green things that live. You have set the powers of the four quarters of the earth to cross each other. You have made me cross the good road and road of difficulties, and where they cross, the place is holy. Day in, day out, forevermore, you are the life of things. Hey, lean to hear my feeble voice. At the center of the sacred hoop, you have said that I should make the tree to bloom.
With tears running, O Great Spirit, my grandfather, with running eyes, I must say, the tree has never bloomed. Here I stand, and the tree is withered. Again, I recall the great vision you gave me. It may be that some little root of the sacred tree still lives. Nourish it then, that it may leaf and bloom and fill with singing birds. Hear me, that the people may once again find the good road and the shielding tree.
On July 1st, 2021, following the confirmation of the existence of unmarked graves at the site of a residential school in Kamloops, BC, the Government of Canada announced it would fly all Canada flags at half-mast to provide an opportunity for reflection on the devastating legacy of residential schools. Since that time, thousands more unmarked graves have been found. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission estimates that there are likely close to 4,000 such graves in Canada. The residential school system was implemented by the Government of Canada with the support of religious organizations, including the Catholic Church. Indigenous children were forcibly taken from their communities in an attempt to assimilate them. They were not allowed to speak their language, practice their beliefs, or customs. Many were subjected to physical, sexual, and psychological abuse. Many Indigenous children died far from their loved ones and communities. It is a shameful chapter of Canadian history that continues to impact Indigenous communities today.
Nous mettons le drapeau du Québec en berne pour reconnaître la participation de notre gouvernement provincial au déplacement et à l'oppression des peuples autochtones, notamment le projet hydroélectrique de la baie James au cours des années 1970 ou l'utilisation de la force pendant la crise d'Oka en 1990 lorsque la municipalité d'Oka a tenté d'occuper des lieux de sépulture sacrés des Canadiens et Québec. Cette année, le Québec est la seule province qui ne participe pas à la Journée nationale de la vérité et de la réconciliation du 30 septembre désignée par le gouvernement fédéral comme un jour de férié.
At 6 years old, residential school survivor Phyllis Jack Webstad was stripped of her clothes, including the new orange shirt her grandmother bought her, which was never returned. The orange shirt now symbolizes how the residential school system took away the Indigenous identities of its students. We fly an orange flag in lieu of the Loyola flag in order to commemorate this week of truth and reconciliation and to remind us of Canada's troubled relationship with Indigenous peoples. We fly the orange flag to remind us of the resilience of Indigenous peoples in the face of displacement, political and social isolation, assimilation, and the cultural genocide they have experienced. We take a moment of silence and reflect on the truths we have heard today and those we will learn in days, weeks, and years to come.
En tant que collectivité, nous nous engageons à sortir, à écouter et à apprendre, à respecter les traditions, la voix et la contribution des Autochtones. Jeudi est la journée nationale de la vérité et de la réconciliation, durant laquelle le port de la couleur orange est recommandé en signe de solidarité. Cependant, nous devons en faire plus. Pour cette raison, Loyola s'engage à écouter et à apprendre tous les jours. Cette cérémonie se terminera avec une bénédiction autochtone traditionnelle. An excerpt of the traditional Haudenosaunee Thanksgiving greeting. We are all thankful to the powers we know as the four winds. We hear their voices in the moving air as they refresh us and purify the air we breathe. They help us to bring the change of seasons. From the four directions they come, bringing us messages and giving us strength. With one mind, we send our greetings and thanks to the four winds. Now our minds are one. Now we turn our thoughts to the Creator or Great Spirit and send greetings and thanks for all the gifts of creation. Everything we need to live a good life is here on this Mother Earth. For all the love that is still around us, we gather our minds together as one and send our choicest words of greetings and thanks to the Creator. Now our minds are one. We have concluded our ceremony marking the beginning of Truth and Reconciliation Week. As the maroon and white homeroom representatives, faculty, and staff present leave, we ask that you reflect on ways in which you can better engage with Indigenous history and culture in your life. Please remain silent for the next few moments.